presentation of the NBA.
We're live in Stillwater, Oklahoma for a Big 12 Week 8 matchup between the Kansas Jayhawks and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Mitch will be joining me in the booth in just a few minutes, but we're going to get this one started. Kansas coming off a loss last week. I'm weary of anybody playing them right now. As Willie Leak starts off for Kansas with the ball, gets it over to CJ Green. Now Green has it on the wing, guarded by CJ Mack, and Mack's going to foul him to start the game. So it'll be Banks gets blocked. Fernando grabs the rebound for Oklahoma State. He's going to push ahead for the Cowboys. Cowboys need a win here. Anthony Richardson, 3-ball off the mark. Jay Duncan with the rebound, kicks it ahead to CJ Green. Now it's Banks. Banks swings it over to Jim Carr. Carr back to Duncan. Tried to go to the give and go, well defended by Oklahoma State. Now Carr going to drive right into the lane, kicks it over to Green, back to Banks, 4 on the shot clock. Banks going to have to take a tough contested jumper over the hand of Richardson. It's off the mark, and Fernando grabs the rebound for Oklahoma State. Now it's Steven Weddle. He can't get it to go, but right there, CJ Mack for the putback.
Yo, what's good?
What up, Mitch? Mitch finally in the booth here. Oklahoma State with the 2-point lead. Now it's tied, Mitch. Jay Duncan gets the layup there. I mentioned Kansas losing last week. I would not prefer to be the team that plays them after a loss.
Yeah, definitely. You know that Tech is going to come up with a good game plan to bounce back.
J.J. Williams hits the jumper there. 4-2. Both teams need a win. Kansas needing a win to contend for that regular season title, and Oklahoma State trying to get off the schneid a little bit here as Jay Duncan with another putback.
Yeah, Oklahoma State is one of those teams that they're in a bubble, and a win here would take them and probably put them in March Madness. A loss, it's this in more of the selection committee's hands, so it would be big if Oklahoma State could pull off an upset here.
Yeah, it'll be Franz Fernando with the ball. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound and pulled down by Willie Leak. Leak pushes forward over to Banks. Backdoor to Jim Carr. Carr into the post. Now he steps back, shoots the jumper, and Jim Carr has his first bucket of the game. Kansas up 6-4. It'll be Franz Fernando, hands off to J.J. Williams. Williams over to Mack. Mack gets fouled on the 3-pointer by C.J. Green, so he'll get 3 shots. C.J. Mack will, the rare 3-point foul.
Yeah, Mack kind of got bailed out there. That was a nice smart play to foul there. Last second shot clock shot, he probably wouldn't have made it. And now he gets 3 shots and chance for Oklahoma State to take this lead.
For sure. Under 5 minutes here left in the first. The Mack at the line for the first of 3. That's good. Maybe they're only going to give him 2 here. I thought he was behind the line, but they might have been on the line. Guess we'll find out. Mack's second. Up and good as well, so it is a 3-shot foul. He hits the first 2. Percy, shut up.
Mack's been one of the guys for Oklahoma State who has had a very big season. He's kind of the spotlight for this Oklahoma State team. If they want to pull off this upset, he has to have a big game.
Yeah, for sure. 7-6. Timo Cruz over to Willie Leak. Leak pull-up jumper, good. And Kansas takes the lead back. At least he's got a full headset, Percy. Now over to Spilly Silly into the game for Oklahoma State. Three-pointer, Terrell Price, no. Rebounded by Braylon Banks.
Despite Price not getting that to go, I really like that. That was a very good look by Price. That's, if you're Oklahoma State, you want those kind of looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Put back there by Kansas. Good, 10-7. So it'll be over to Jones. Jones half spin, tries to get in the lane. Now gets past the defender and finishes. Good move by Dane Jones. Braylon Banks, pull-up jumper. That's good. Kansas starting off well, 12-9 lead.
For Kansas, Banks and Duncan are two guys that you want to go to who have been great this entire season, Kansas.
Now it's Dane Jones working back behind the three-point line. Has a little bit of space. He can't hit the three. Jay Duncan with the rebound. Kicks it ahead to C.J. Green. Now it's Banks back to Green for the flush.
Great ball movement by Kansas in transition.
Now Billy Silly has it. Silly over to Price. Price now to Dane Jones. Screen coming. Step back three. Dane Jones. Good. Dane Jones definitely has that in his arsenal. 14-12. Good.
That's a very big shot there by Jones. You know, Oklahoma State has one of the weakest benches in this league. That's one of their weaknesses that has been hurting them this entire season. So if Oklahoma State bench can step it up and stay in the game against Kansas, that would be big if they want to pull off an upset.
Yes, it will. Here's Timothy Ellington. He goes down to Leonard Thompson. Thompson back down to Carl Johnson. Now it's Ellington. Ellington facing up, gets it over to Carl Johnson. 4 seconds left. Johnson looking backdoor to Ellington. Ellington's got it. Layup good. Assist to Johnson.
Kansas's offense has looked really good in the first quarter so far.
(16-12). Price has it. Backs back out, gets it over to Billy Silly. Now over to Jones. Three-pointer, Dane Jones off the mark. Rebounded, chased, and out of bounds. It'll go to Kansas. Last off, Caruso.
Despite Caruso not able to get it, another possession for Oklahoma State. Great effort there by him.
For sure, 16-12. Timothy Ellington has it for Kansas. Working at the top, gets it over to Timo Cruz. Cruz over to Thompson. Thompson tried to go over to Carl Johnson, stolen by Caruso. Dane Jones trying to get ahead of the pack. The lob, he just threw it up there, let Zeus go get it, but then he got blocked by Carl Johnson. So now Timo Cruz working to his left. Pull-up jumper for Cruz is off. Zeus Williams grabs the rebound. Now Dane Jones, step back, another try from three. No. Johnson with the rebound. 1.5 left here in the first. Aaron Mohan has it. Mohan behind the three-point line working against Billy Silly over to Ellington. Ellington's long two is up and good. Timeout Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State has got to take smarter shots. These past few possessions, they've taken tough, contested, deep threes. They have to find better looks. They have to have more ball movement.
Only down by 6, playing a decent quarter here. Dane Jones tries to blow by his defender, goes behind the back, gets inside and finishes. Wow. The little guy gets in there and finishes over Carl Johnson.
Jones has provided a spot for Oklahoma State coming off the bench.
Now Timo Cruz's floater's up. Ball tip, grabbed by Caruso. Caruso going to push 3-on-1. He's got a man on the wing. It's Price. Long 2. Up. No good. Thompson grabs the rebound. Kicks it ahead to Mohan. Long 3 for Ellington. Good. Or, sorry, that was Mohan for 3. Nonetheless, hit it. Up 21-14 now.
Chris has got to make that jumper. That was a 5-point turnaround. If he was able to make it, Kansas wouldn't have had a transition opportunity to score.
Richardson fade away, no good. Kansas going to go to the lob. Thompson throws it down quickly. Kansas up 9.
Yeah, Kansas is one of those teams where they can quickly grow a huge lead.
17 left. 15 left on the game on shot clock. Jones has it. He gets double team, kicks it back to Caruso. Now to Price. Caruso will follow with the ball screen. Price going to drive left in the key. Gets blocked by Carl Johnson. Kansas got another shot here before the quarter ends. It's Mohan. Mohan stops in front of the three-point line. Jumper off the back of the rim. No good. And we'll go to the second quarter. Kansas 13, Oklahoma State 14. We'll be right back. This is CSBN Twitch. Back here for the start of the second quarter in Stillwater, Oklahoma. What do the Cowboys got to do, Mitch, to cut the lead here?
Their bench has struggled. Kansas has been able to get this lead from their bench. Oklahoma State wants to come back. Their bench has to perform the same that their starters have performed.
So it'll be Stephen Weddle with the ball for Oklahoma State. He's working up top against Carr. Now it's Franz Fernando. He kicks it over to Caruso. Back to J.J. Williams. They want to go backdoor cut to Fernando. They find him. Fernando working against Thompson. Now he faces up, goes off the glass. Can't finish. Don't know why he didn't go straight up. I think the size difference bothered him. Now it's Ellington against Richardson. Ellington swings it over to Jim Carr. Carr down to Thompson. Thompson facing up, drives in, goes up with the right hand and finishes.
Thompson just using his height to his advantage, shooting it over the smaller Oklahoma State defender. As you can see there, Oklahoma State only shooting 29%. That's something that they have to turn around.
Yeah, Fernando with a nice strong take there. Gets the layup to go. Cuts the lead to 9. Oklahoma State's got to get some stops here. It's Jim Carr on the wing. Carr faces up, working against J.J. Williams. He'll get the screen. Carr comes over the top, now steps back, shoots the 3. Can't hit. Rebound and pulled down by Caruso. Caruso swings it over to Weddle. Weddle over to Richardson. Richardson pick and roll with Caruso. Richardson drives in, draws 2, kicks it out, finds Weddle. 3-pointer. Yes.
Huge 3 there by Oklahoma State. I really like their ball movement on that pass possession by them.
Pick and roll for Ellington now. A lot of traffic down there. 5 jerseys right around him. Kicks it out to Carr. Carr's 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Caruso. Richardson wants to run here for Oklahoma State. He kicks it to the corner. Weddle again. Can he get another from the corner? No. Rebounded by Aaron Mohan. Here goes Ellington. Ellington bounce pass over to Mohan. Under 6 minutes left in the half. Ellington works to his left, now back to his right. Comes off a screen from Thompson. They'll go pick and roll. Defended well by Oklahoma State. Fernando on Ellington. They want to go to the post. They're not going to have enough time. Ellington's going to have to jack the contested 3. He can't hit. Great defensive possession there by Oklahoma State. Here goes J.J. Williams. Now Caruso. Free throw line jumper. No. Fernando putback. Yes.
Oklahoma State stars have done a good job of bringing this game back within striking distance, forcing Kansas to call a timeout.
Timeout Kansas. 25-21. Oklahoma State's done a good job coming back here. The starting unit, as you mentioned, their strong points. They're showing off well here. We'll see if they can continue. Jay Duncan going to inbound for Kansas.
CJ Mack checks back in, which is big.
Mack in as well as CJ Green. It'll be Braylon Banks over to Jay Duncan. Duncan going to go back to the basket. Now swings it over. Jim Carr, wide open, corner three. No. Carr struggled to this point so far.
Yeah, he has. I believe that's his third straight miss from deep.
We'll see CJ Mack stolen by CJ Green. Now ahead to Banks. Banks quickly ahead to Duncan. He finishes in transition. Kansas can go quickly.
Yeah, they can, and you can see Duncan already up to 8 points. It's a guy that Oklahoma State has to stop if they want to go out and upset.
Sure do. Here's Franz Fernando down to the post for Weddle. Weddle's going to shoot the jumper. That's off the back rim a couple times and rebounded by Duncan.
Felt like they should have given it to Weddle sooner. I saw him open for a second, but waited to pass it too late. And Duncan again.
Yeah,
up to 10 points for Duncan.
Lob from Banks to Duncan. 10 points for Jay Duncan now. Here's Weddle now over to Fernando. Double team, kicks it over to Williams. Now Mack. Mack over to Weddle. Looking against Carr. Screen coming. Weddle step back. Thought about it. Nothing. 6 seconds left. Now he's going to shoot the three. Stephen Weddle in the face of Jim Carr.
Weddle has had a huge game for Oklahoma State.
And a transition, Duncan again. They cannot stay with Jar Duncan in transition right now.
Yeah, Jar Duncan as a big man actually has a lot of speed, which he can use to his advantage.
CJ Mack's turn from three. That's off. Rebounded by Duncan. So Jay Duncan has it on the wing. 31-24, Jim Carr. You got to get him going in this game.
Duncan has a mismatch on him.
Yeah, he does. Carr doesn't care. Gets to the elbow. Now goes behind the basket to Duncan and lays it up again. Duncan up to 14. Timeout, Oklahoma State. Bench is coming in. 33-24. Jayhawks on top.
He said the Jayhawks would be angry off of last week, and so far looks like they have. Their offense has been super explosive. Their main guy, Duncan, has had a monster game. That's what you want for Kansas.
Absolutely. Ball down to Zeus Williams in the post. He's going to try quick spin. Now goes little mini fade behind the backboard. That was a really tough angle with his left hand. Missed it. Now Timo Cruz has it for Kansas. Cruz working to his right, spins back to his left. Looks like Cruz is going to step through. Now he's going to go mini fadeaway up over Mack. No good. Rebounded by Silly. So Mack down to the post, draws two, kicks it out to an open Price. His jumper is off the mark. Banks grabs it. Quickly in transition to Leak. Leak spins, goes up with the right hand, can't finish. Ball tipped away and grabbed by Price. Mack's got a one-on-one break. He's going to decide to pull up and hit.
So I for Oklahoma State that he hasn't had too much shots yet, but you want him to start getting them going.
Yeah, you definitely do. Banks over to Leak. Leak's long three. Yes. Willie Leak hits the three-pointer, puts Kansas back on top by 10. Now here's Dane Jones. Jones drives in, spin move inside, draws two, kicks it over to Zeus Williams. Williams didn't like it, tried to kick it back out. Braylon Banks right there for the steal. Banks thought about the step back, now kicks it back to Cruz. Cruz at the top of the key. Over to Jay Duncan, who's got 14 in the game, back to Cruz. Cruz, one jab step, lost Jones, can't hit the three. Williams down to Mack. Mack pull-up jumper, top of the key. Off the mark. Duncan grabs another rebound. Now it's Timo Cruz. Cruz down to CJ Green. 15 on the shot clock. Green going to go a little cross-screen action for Duncan. He's going to come into a ball screen. Duncan has it at the top of the key, working against the smaller Dane Jones. Now back to the basket, layup, yes, good. Jay Duncan off 16 points, Kansas on a 13-5 run.
Yeah, and what's even more impressive about Duncan's performance is he hasn't missed a shot yet. So 16 points, no missed shots. Been very efficient for Kansas.
Yes, he has. Here's Mack coming off a screen from Zeus Williams. Mack step back three. Yes, CJ Mack. Getting going. Mac more of a driver at times, but he can hit that jumper, and he's going to need it in this one, I think.
Yeah, I've noticed that Mac hasn't really driven the basket yet. Most of his shots he's settled for mid-range jumpers or threes.
CJ Green can't get the jump hook. Tried to follow it. Oklahoma State rebounds. Here's Terrell Price. Price down low. Draws two. Tried to dump it off. Jay Duncan was right there for the steal. Duncan ahead to Leak. Leak with a 2-on-1. Goes down and gets fouled by Jones, and will go to the line for two.
Kansas has a chance to extend this lead into double digits heading in halftime.
Free throw by Leak, good. Leak's second free throw is up and good. Extends the Kansas lead to 11. Oklahoma State will get the last shot here of the half. It's Dane Jones with 17. He'll reset. 13 on the shot clock. Jones works to his right. Jones back to his left. 5 seconds left. Jones going to come off the ball screen, takes it in, draws two defenders and gets fouled. That's a really good foul by Thompson with 3 seconds left.
He's about to take it up, and now Oklahoma State 3 seconds to go and has to take up a quick shot.
Silly gets it into Caruso. Caruso, long three off the rim, no good, and we'll go to halftime. Kansas 40, Oklahoma State 29. We'll be right back for the second half. This is CSB on Twitch.
Story of this first half has been Duncan already with 6 points, shooting 100%. He's been a huge guy. For Oklahoma State, Weddle has been a huge guy. And another huge guy for Oklahoma State coming off the bench is Jones. He's hit a couple of big shots. He's kept Oklahoma State relatively in this game. Oklahoma State looking to have a strong third quarter. Halftime, as you can see, Kansas shooting 20% better than Oklahoma State. That's a huge factor for them. That's kept them with this 10-point lead.
Yeah, Oklahoma State, the guard play has been good with Weddle and Jones. They got to get those forwards going. Kansas is doing a good job right now. We'll see who wins the first 4 minutes of the half as we head back out to Stillwater. Jay Duncan with 16, as you mentioned, on perfect efficiency so far. Quick announcement at halftime as we take a look at Jay Duncan. The Oregon State-Oregon game has been pushed back to 11 Eastern due to a family emergency with the streamer. So Oregon State-Oregon at 11 p.m. Providence and Marquette will be played as scheduled at 10 p.m. We apologize for that inconvenience, but quick scheduling note there as we head back to Stillwater. Oklahoma State down 11. It's Stephen Weddle with the ball. Weddle step back three to start the half. That's off the mark. CJ Green snags the rebound and pushes ahead here for Kansas. He gets down to Duncan quickly. Duncan layup good and give him 18.
Yeah, Duncan has been cooking on offense. Keeps up the performance he had in the first half. Maybe potential player of the week.
Maybe, yeah. His brother was a pretty dang good player here for Kansas. He's living that legacy as Weddle knocks down another three. Weddle's got some range.
Yeah, he has been. He's been keeping Oklahoma State within 10.
Banks pull-up jumper off the rim. CJ Mack skies for the rebound. He's going to push it by himself. Mack one-on-one with Green. Tries to get by. Now fade away from the free throw line, and he hits it. Duncan with 18. Mack was 12. Those are the leading scorers for both teams right now. It's Jay Duncan with the ball. Carr was asking for it. Now he gets it. Carr layup up. No good, but fouled by Fernando, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Carr, Kansas, where I haven't really seen much on him today. I don't know if he's even scored a point this entire game.
He's about to have a chance here from the line. But how dangerous is this Kansas team that you could have a guy like Jim Carr struggle a little bit and still have a lead by 8?
Yeah, that shows Kansas's talent. They have so many options. If one of their top guys struggles, another guy chips in like Duncan is today, filling in Carr's gap in play.
First free throw by Carr, good. So both these teams will head into conference tournament play next time they step on the court. As we rev up here for March Madness in a few weeks. Carr hits both, 44-34. J.J. Williams has the ball for Oklahoma State down 10. They want Mack. C.J. Green's face guarding him. So Mack will set a screen instead. Williams tries to cross his man. Now gets down, draws the contact in the finish. Great move by J.J. Williams. Drawing the foul and the contact on Willie Leak.
Yeah, Williams is a guy who we haven't seen much from him, but when we have, he's been spot on.
Williams' free throw is up and good. He cuts the lead to 7. 6.5 left in the third. Willie Leak brings it up for Kansas. Ball stripped, loose. Carr ends up with it. Now back to Leak. Now over to Green. Green back to Leak. Leak spins, goes baseline side. Tries to go down low to Duncan, or up top rather. Duncan hangs on the rim. Now they go up top again. Not sure what that was. Richardson kicks it ahead to Fernando. Now to J.J. Williams. Williams backdoor to Mack, and Mack throws it down, and the lead is 5.
Yeah, and one of the things I said in halftime is it'd be big for Oklahoma State if they could get a little comeback going and running.
Nice
That's
pick
what they've
and roll.
done the start of this third quarter. You had a great pick and roll, created a lot of space for him inside the paint for the easy 2.
Yeah, Green gets the bucket there. Now it's Richardson. Richardson gets it down to Williams. Williams step through, blocked by Jay Duncan. Quickly ahead to Carr. Carr's got a lane. Carr's down, whips it over to the corner. Willie Leak, three-pointer, no. Those shots are usually some that Kansas make in transition. Can't get it to go there. It'll be Stephen Weddle. Weddle tried to go over. Banks steps in front, plays the passing lane well, and gets fouled hard by Richardson. And Banks will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, great defensive play by Banks. Showing his IQ, knew where the pass was going, stepped in front of it, able to attack the basket in transition and draw the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw good. Sid calling for a flagrant foul on Richardson there. Subs coming in. The Kansas bench really got this lead opened up in the first half. We'll see if they can do it again. Banks is going to step up for a second free throw here. Hits it. 48-39. Caruso inbounds to Stephen Weddle. Weddle looking for Mack. Mack's got it. Mack's got a 3. Bang! CJ Mack really got the 3-point going today.
Yeah, that's what they need. Oklahoma State wants to stay in this game.
Now Banks to Cruz. 48-42. They got Moan. Mohan comes off the screen from Carl Johnson. Now Mohan steps back, it's over to Cruz. One on the shot clock. Cruz contested jumper, good.
Great defense there by Oklahoma State. Kansas was able to hit the tough jumper, but I'm really liking this defense by Oklahoma State.
Richardson, I think that was Weddle got blocked by Thompson. Now it's Cruz. Cruz quickly ahead to the corner. Aaron Mohan, three-pointer bang from the corner. And jump the lead back out to 11 just like that. It'll be CJ Mack, hands off to Stephen Weddle. They want the back door to Mack. Thought they had it, but they don't go to it. Now Fernando hands off to Richardson. Richardson going to go a little ISO here with 5 seconds left. Now he finds Mack. Mack's three-pointer again. CJ Mack on fire from 3 tonight.
Mack has been clicking. That's what keeping Oklahoma State in this game.
I only call him Percy because Carl Johnson's so irrelevant. I don't even know who he is. Timo Cruz down to Thompson. Thompson drops that fadeaway up. No good. Rebounded by Caruso. Now Fernando back to Weddle. Weddle comes off the screen, kicks into the corner for Richardson. Richardson, screen coming from Caruso. Richardson gets off the lane. Pull-up jumper for Richardson. Good. And the lead cut back to 6 now. 70% for Oklahoma State here in the quarter. Timeout Kansas. They want to talk about it. CJ Mack doing his thing here for Oklahoma State. 3 minutes left in the third. The lead is 6 for the Jayhawks.
With what I've seen from Oklahoma State so far, they've done a good job of staying in this game against a tough Kansas team.
Absolutely. Now it's Thompson. Thompson over to Mohan. Mohan three-pointer contested well, can't get it. Ball snagged by Zeus Williams over Carl Johnson. Now Dane Jones pull-up three. He can't hit. That would have been big for Oklahoma State there. Mohan spins, gets into the lane, working against Caruso. Goes up, can't finish. Caruso with the rebound, kicks it over to Price. Price wants to go quickly. Price has got a back door to Silly. Silly steps in, goes up and blocked by Johnson. Not sure why he didn't just turn and finish there. Also not sure why Price didn't give it to him about 5 seconds earlier. As Johnson blows the layup. Now Price going to go into the spin. Price down the lane, kicks it out to a wide open Caruso for 3. That rattles in and out. Kansas grabs the rebound. Kansas hasn't scored here in the last 2 minutes. Ellington's step back jumper is good. So forget about that drought. It's Terrell Price. 1:50 left in the third. Price wants Zeus Williams. Zeus kicks it over to Silly. Billy Silly going back to the basket. Ball stripped, out of bounds. It'll go back to Kansas.
Silly's not the guy you want for Oklahoma State. Dribbling around the perimeter. Great defense there by Caruso.
Here's Dane Jones. Jones has it with 11 on the shot clock. And a dunk by Zeus Williams. Now Timo Cruz over to Ellington. Ellington's long three from the wing is good. Jimothy Ellington's been really good.
Yeah, he has. Another big shot there from Ellington.
It's Caruso.
Oh, great move by Caruso. Pump fake.
Really good move. The lead is still 7. Still anybody's ball game here in the third as it winds down. 45 seconds left. The bench from Oklahoma State played much better in this quarter.
Yeah, they have.
Now Cruz trying to drive step back. Tries to lose the defense. Now he's going to step through against the smaller defender. Can't get it. Rebound Williams. Quickly ahead to Price. Price has got an opportunity here to go score in transition. He steps back, didn't like what he has, so it'll be Jones with 15 on the shot clock. Jones hesitation, now backs back out, 11 left. They'll go to Zeus in the post. He's got a mismatch. Zeus Williams back to the basket, left-hand jump hook, good. It'll be Cruz now with 10 left. We'll see if Kansas can get a bucket here. It's going to be Cruz contested. Long three, no good off the back rim. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Kansas 58, Oklahoma State 53. Fours up in the chat. We'll be right back. So our State Farm assist of the game belongs to Aaron Mohan, going up top to Leonard Thompson there in the first quarter. We'll see, Mitch, if Oklahoma State can get the crowd behind them and close this thing out, or if Kansas can run away with the lead here.
Yeah, so far in the third quarter, Oklahoma State sort of cut the lead in half from halftime. They're hoping to cut this other half in the fourth quarter.
So the starter's back in, and right away Kansas goes to Jay Duncan, who's had a huge game so far. Can't get the layup, won't count against him as he's going to go to the line for two, foul on Zeus Williams. And I expect to see a heavy dose of Jay Duncan here in the fourth quarter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Duncan's first is good.
Still hasn't missed a shot, keep in mind.
59-53. Younger brother of Jar Duncan, formerly of Kansas. Now playing for the New Orleans Pelicans. Second free throw, good as well. So give him 20 in the game, I believe, now as Kansas up by 7. Terrell Price now over to J.J. Williams. What's up, Tink? Now it's Jones. Jones coming off a screen from Silly. Jones trying to split the double team. Much bigger C.J. Green on him. Gets it down to Silly. Silly's layup hit every part of the rim. Can't get it. C.J. Green gets the rebound, pushes ahead now. Green going to go up top to Duncan. This time, Zeus Williams got back in transition, swatted it away. So
yeah, great defensive Williams able to stop Kansas from converting on transition.
Yeah, Dane Jones over to Silly. Silly going to get a screen. No, they're going to go back to Jones. Now with Zeus Williams going to follow the screen. Jones pull up three off the screen. No, that one went halfway down. Now it's Jim Carr. Carr down to Green. Green, two-handed flush. Kansas up 9. I get those starters back in if I'm Oklahoma State here in the next minute or so.
Yeah, definitely. Their benches struggle a lot.
Well, they're going against the starters at Kansas right now. Kansas put their bench in kind of early in the third. It was a good, actually decent move. So now Jones going to come off the screen from Silly. Jones gets the switch, kicks it over to Price. Price crossing over, pull up three. No good. Rebounded by C.J. Green. Green pushing ahead, and if a bucket here for Kansas, I'm definitely getting the starters back in if they get one here. Jay Duncan goes spin, misses his first shot of the game, but Green right there for the putback slam. I'm calling a timeout if I'm Oklahoma State. I'm getting those starters back in. You can't let the lead get too far here for Kansas.
Yeah, definitely. Already up to 11-point lead. There's a timeout, like you said, right in queue.
6:11 left in the game. Kansas up by 11. Starters checking in here for Oklahoma State. We'll see if C.J. Mack can keep that three ball going for the Cowboys. So Oklahoma State hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes here. Willie Leak has the ball. C.J. Green with another dunk. And Green's got 10 in the game.
Yeah, I don't think Oklahoma State has scored this entire quarter.
Yeah, I haven't scored in the last. Yeah, 2.5 minutes, so that would be the quarter. Price down low. Well, J.J. Williams throws it down. Was not expecting him to get up and throw it down like that.
Yeah, Williams, the monster slam. That's the momentum shifter that Oklahoma State needs there.
So Jay Duncan stepped through his layup. No good. Misses his last two now. Here's Williams. Williams ahead to Fernando. Fernando's got an open Richardson. Three-pointer from the corner. No. They needed that one. Kansas gets the rebound. C.J. Green trying to go coast to coast. Now dumps it down to Jar Duncan. He gets fouled by Fernando and go to the line for two more.
Not only Duncan has been doing well, but also Green as well for Kansas has had a super big game.
Yeah, I think the freshman tandem has combined for 30 points, pending these two free throws. Duncan's first is good. Yeah, 30 to 32 points for those. That freshman tandem is pretty dang good. The future is bright here in Kansas.
Yeah, they have a lot of very young talent.
Duncan's second free throw up and good as well. Give him 4 for 4 from the line now. 68-65, Jayhawks on top. Now Weddle. Weddle going to the post, backs back out, gets down into the lane, kicks it over to Mack. Mack over to Fernando. Mack trying to get something. Fernando's going to pull up for three. He can't hit. Back rim rebound at Duncan. Now ahead to C.J. Green. He gets stolen by Mack. Mack ahead of the pack. Nobody going to get in front of him. Mack goes up, gets fouled by Duncan. That was a good hustle play by Jay Duncan. Mack had an easy dunk.
Yeah, it was better than an open layup or easy dunk.
Yeah, absolutely. So C.J. Mack going to the line for two here for the Cowboys. The pride and joy of Stillwater. First free throw is good. Mack hits both. They made him earn it at the line. It's an 11-point lead here for Kansas. Willie Leak has the ball. Spins in the middle. Now steps back out to three. Leak hands off to Green. Green going around the defense. Green all the way down the baseline and finishes.
CJ dribbled all around the court. Able to get the layup.
Yeah, it's 6'11". He's got some speed. Now Mack backdoor to Fernando. Nice look for the flush. Kansas takes a quick timeout. Talk about it. They're still up by 11, but they don't want to let Oklahoma State keep hanging around here.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody was around Fernando. Great job by Oklahoma State offense to open up space, and Fernando with easy flush.
So it'll be Jim Carr for the Jayhawks at the free throw line. Now down to Willie Leak. Leak faces up. Pull-up jumper good for Willie Leak in that mid-post area. 4 minutes left here in the game. Stephen Weddle has it. They want to go to Mack in the post. He's got a much bigger C.J. Green on him. Now he gets double-teamed. They're going to force somebody else to beat him. Fernando, three-pointer, good again. It's going to be Franz Fernando, it looks like, that's going to get the looks off the double team from Mack. Banks drives in. Banks goes up top. Well, I thought they were going to go to the lob. Nothing. Weddle trying to drive now. Banks does a good job getting in front of him and blocks the shot.
I was about to say the same thing. Super good job by Banks. Able to use his speed to get back.
So Timo Cruz going to check in for Willie Leak. Leak a little gassed right now. Looks like they're going to give him a minute. Richardson into the corner. Fernando's hit his last two. Can't hit that one. Ball grabbed by C.J. Green. Green's going to bring it up for Kansas. Green goes between his leg now over to Timo Cruz. Cruz switches between, gets stolen by Mack. Mack over to Weddle. Weddle down the lane. This time nobody going to catch up to him. Layup is good, and Oklahoma State trails by 8.
Yeah, Oklahoma State getting back into this game. Still any team's game with 3 minutes to go.
Jim Carr driving in. Jim Carr going to go up for the flush. Hasn't been done too much today, but gets a good bucket there. Timeout, OK State. 3 minutes left in the game.
$10 points to go. 3 minutes left. Definitely doable for Oklahoma State to come back. They can't rush 3-pointers here for Oklahoma State. You want to focus on taking good shot quality. And for stopping Kansas, that's what they've got to do if they want to come back.
Absolutely.
Especially focus on stopping Duncan.
So we'll see if they can close it out. Player of the game is Jay Duncan.
No surprise.
No surprise there. 20 points in the game. Number of rebounds. Wouldn't be surprised if he's around 12 rebound mark as well. This Kansas team's got a lot of speed. So one thing they have, they're not super big, right? Jay Duncan only at 6'10 at center. They do run CJ Green at 6'11, but they got a lot of quickness on this team. They're built to run. Dane Jones, step back, three-pointer from the wing. Good. They need Jones in the game right now because he can shoot the ball.
Yeah. Need to stop here.
Kansas going to call a timeout to talk about it. They didn't like that three that they gave up right there.
Yeah, you can't give Jones any space. He's been knocking down threes all night for Oklahoma State. The Oklahoma State here, you want to focus. You need a big stop here. Can't let Kansas hit a three after you hit a three.
Yeah, here's Cruz with the ball. Cruz down to Carr. Carr at the free throw line. Now backdoor to Cruz. Layup good. They use Carr as the free throw line man. I don't think Oklahoma State was expecting the backdoor from Cruz. Well drawn up there by Coach Taz Green. 76-67. Fernando has it for Oklahoma State, working on the perimeter against Jay Duncan. Duncan can guard the perimeter with his speed. Fernando down into the post. Ball almost loose. Blocked by Duncan. Back to Fernando. He gets it back. Gets blocked again. Duncan lit up. He's got the ball quickly ahead to Banks. Banks, long jumper off the mark. Now it's Mack. Whips it over to Fernando. Fernando this time for three. No. And Banks grabs the rebound for Kansas as he'll take his time.
I don't like that look from Banks in the past possession. Felt like he should have took off more time on the clock.
Yeah, I thought Banks was going to walk it up, but he doesn't. He throws a long court pass to Jay Duncan. He got fouled and the bucket. That's a heartbreaker there for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, it could be game. Oklahoma State looks like as long as Kansas can pull this one out, Oklahoma State's just gonna end the season off a one win, but
We'll have another shot next week in the tournament, but yeah, definitely tough. Duncan with the steal now. He's going to go down to Green. Green with the flush. Those two have been dynamic today. I want to say they combined for 20 points or 40 points. It's close. Not quite 40 yet.
But, Coach B. Mills, great game planner, probably one of the best game planners in the league. You never know what he's going to bring when it comes around to March Madness.
Yeah,
not a team you want to play.
Definitely not.
You're a high seed team.
Mack flushes it down. I would not want to. We've played Oklahoma State earlier in the year with Tennessee, and it was a tough game they gave us. It's definitely not a team I want to play, especially in a neutral environment. Banks coming off the screen from Duncan. Ball stolen by Fernando. Fernando 2-on-1. Going to try to get down the lane. Step back. Jumper. That's good. The lead is 10. But with a minute left, I think it's all but over.
Yeah, it is. Congrats to Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas with a nice bounce back win after the loss to West Virginia last week. They'll be praying that Texas can get a win this week against Texas Tech. If Texas Tech beats Texas, West Virginia will take the regular season Big 12 championship.
Yeah, it just depends whether Texas Tech can pull it out. I think they're definitely capable of pulling out the upset.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Carr out the line for 2. Try to pad those stats a little bit. First one is good. The benches will empty here. Carl Johnson among those checking into the game for Kansas. Reminder coming up, not quite next. Coming up next, too, but at 10 p.m. is Providence and Marquette. So don't want to miss that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a very big game.
As
We'll see if Providence can pull off an undefeated season. That would be their first undefeated season if they were able to pull it off.
it would be a huge win for Providence, or for Marquette. It would be a huge win for Providence if they can upset Marquette there. Richardson with a 3-pointer. That's going to have some implications going into Big East play. If Marquette can take an 8-0 record and the confidence into Big East, I think they'd come away with it. But that's the conference that would not surprise me if somebody else won that conference than Marquette in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. You never know. Georgetown has something under their sleeve that they could pull out in conference play.
And they've been playing really well lately for sure.
Yeah, they have.
Kansas
The win over Villanova.
Last night, yeah.
Yesterday.
Kansas gonna dribble it out. They're gonna walk away with a 9-point win over Oklahoma State. We'll take a quick look at the box scores and team comparison here in just a second. So with the Kansas win, they're hoping for a Texas Tech loss. They're hoping Texas can win that game because then it'll go to point differential. It'll be a 3-way tie. Texas Tech beats Texas. West Virginia will get the 1 seed. Kansas will get the 2 seed. Oklahoma State's got an uphill battle here to play in the conference tournament, but let's take a look at the team comparisons real quick. Kansas shot at 52%, only 29% from 3. They struggled a little bit behind Jim Carr's shooting. Just not his best night, but got 13 for 13 from the line. Oklahoma State shot at 43%, 37% from 3, also 100% from the line, 6 for 6. But what stands out to you, Mitch, in this one?
Each of these teams shot perfect from the free throw line. Kansas with more rebounds. Points in the paint. Kansas, half of their points in the paint. Kansas was 18 fast break points. That was big.
Yeah, they're definitely built to
Pretty
run.
much it.
They're definitely built to run, and they get those points in the paint. Let's check out the box scores first on the Kansas side. Jay Duncan, 25 and 10, 3 blocks and 2 steals with an assist. Big time game for Jay Duncan. CJ Green with 14 points, 8 rebounds. Willie Leak with 9 and 3. Those are all 3 freshmen right there, Mitch. That's the future right there at Kansas.
Definitely.
Ellington with 9, Carr with 8, Moen with 6, Banks with 4, 4, 6, 2, and 1. So Banks doing what he does, affects the game in many ways. Cruz with 4 points, Thompson with 4. Carl Johnson goes scoreless with 6 rebounds and 2 blocks. On to the Oklahoma State side, C.J. Mack had 24 points. Really efficient game for C.J. Mack. 3 for 4 from 3, 8 for 10 overall, 5 for 5 from the line. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. 31 points responsible for C.J. Mack. Stephen Weddle had 11. Fernando had 11. Jones had 10. J.J. Williams had 7. Richardson 5. Williams 4. Caruso 2. Price and Silly go scoreless. But if they can get some guys playing well behind C.J. Mack, that's I think it's got to be Fernando probably would be the guy to step up for this Oklahoma State team. But if they can get another complementary piece going behind Mack, Mitch, they could be kind of dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. They did a good job of fighting it out against a tough Kansas team. Only a 9-point loss is definitely a respectable loss against a very, very hard opponent.
Yeah, definitely. Just a reminder, Providence Marquette coming up at 10 p.m. Eastern. That'll be the next game. Oregon State and Oregon pushed back to 11 p.m. Eastern. That'll be with Dickie in the chat, so don't want to miss that one. But for Mitch, I am Nighthawk. We'll see you guys at 10 Eastern for Providence Marquette. This is CSBA.
Peace.